What's good, family? This is your boy, Rich Long, and I'm just here to keep it real. You're watching Keeping People Real TV. Okay, today I want to talk to you guys about people going from consciousness back into the Bible and into Christianity, from what it appears to be back to Jesus. Okay, someone asked me about this not that long ago, and I'm gonna break it down the best way I can. I don't think it's good nor bad. It's not good or bad. Cause one thing about it, we know that we know that consciousness, this realm that you step into when you start wanting to know things that are outside of the mundane knowledge that we're given in the one degree that we attain in school, and then maybe another degree if you're going to high school. I mean, if you're going to college. But within this consciousness, there's 360 degrees of knowledge. Then you can go on to the 720 degrees, attain the universal knowledge. You know, it's limitless, really. It's something that it'll take you full circle. And in saying that, a lot of us don't realize that sometimes a lot of times full circle means to go back to that point where you started, your point of origin. You know, when you have a revolution and a complete revolution, you turn back around to where you once began. That's why it's important that we must study the past, so we know the future and the direction that we're going. Okay. This book is a good reference point. This book right here is a good reference point to give you some knowledge on what it is that I'm talking about. In this book, it breaks down the history of us within the Bible. Okay? Which these things are good to know. It's good to know. It's so much knowledge out here that you'll get stuck in a lot of this shit. You know what I'm saying? The key is to keep going. You know, don't get into a state of religiosity and worship of a subject matter, because a lot of people at this point in time, they're gaining knowledge so that they can debate. That's not necessarily conducive to our progression. What that is, it's a good. It's like you know, it's an ego thing. It's an ego trip. It's intellectual masturbation. It's, let me show you what I know. Let me show you that I know something. It might not even be nothing that's substantial. It might not even be in relation to what it is that you're talking about. But the ego must present itself. The demiurge is the ego. It must present itself, so it's, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. I need to be heard. I need to be the shining star. I need to be the one that's speaking. I need attention on me. I need y'all's energy focused on me. You know, that's the ego. But you know, when you humble yourself to yourself and your soul, it won't hurt you to go back into the knowledge, into the Bible and things like that. Because you'll find that there are things that apply. This is a good book. If you're working with the Bible, go into Psalms. This is a book by Anna Riva. You know, go into Psalms, and Psalms is for us. If we're talking about black people, it's us. Psalms is the heart of David. I'm not even gonna debate anybody who come here to start friction, but that's a good place for you to go and navigate if you're rooted in the Christian church. Like me, my grandfather was a master mason. My grandfather was a minister. Everyone in my family is a Christian. Everyone in my family was a Christian. I can't say that where they're at now, because it appears that we're all undergoing an awakening. We all activated at different times. We all went into this stage of whatever we want to call this, into this awakening, this stage of wanting to find out more, you know, at different times. And some of them they're just now coming into it's just coming to fruition for them. So yeah, it's not wrong, but here's one thing about it. I'm finding that a lot of people who are going back to uh, the church and God and things like that, it's mostly because after you leave those things alone, it's nothing left. Me, myself, I know that I'm God. I know that I'm a microcosmic representation of the Most High God, who is the macrocosmic God, who he will not be revealed as himself in this third dimension, because the vibratory rate is not conducive to that. You know what I'm saying? We might see what God truly is and it scare the fuck out of us because we can't get the concept. You know, I watched a movie about this called Flatland. It's a YouTube movie, and it's good to kind of get your mind to understand the God concept. You know, to know what it is that you're know what it is to know that God is outside of our lens. He's not outside of our grasp, but he's the hidden God, which is the key to that is to go within to find him, because he's hidden and he dwells within you in the heart chakra. She dwells within you in the heart chakra. The goddess, the great mother, he, she, whatever you want to say, but it's not for me to do the work for you. You must go and find these things out yourself. You must try to figure this thing out for yourself and piece it together. You know what I'm saying? It's all our own individual journey. So I don't knock anybody. I don't knock you if you're still in the church, because it's somebody out there right now who's really, they are serious about this shit. Maybe not what I'm on, but they are serious about their spirituality, and they might be locked into the church. That might be all they ever know. So they are not held liable for what they do not know. But that don't mean that the Holy Spirit ain't visiting them. You know what I'm saying? And God is the Holy Spirit. And you'll know if it's visit you because you'll be convicted by the Spirit. You know, it's a fire. It's a fire that'll be inside of you, burning you up. You know, I've had the Holy Spirit visit me many times, and I've prophesied and been burned up, sweating while I was talking. I've talked to God in me. You know, I've seen the God in me projected outside of me, and I was talking to it. It was a light, a violet light emanating inside of my it was in my hallway, and it was so massive that I could not see the top or the bottom of it, but it was like a manifestation of an energy. It was just a light body speaking to me, telling me that it had always been here, it would never depart from me, and it told me that the judgment was at hand. This was back in 2015. And it said, how should you be judged? And my soul spoke. It said, accordingly. And it said, let the judgment commence. And I just been changing and undergoing different spiritual initiations ever since then. And some of these initiations have been enacted on earth. You know, I've gone through a lot of different transformations, and at this time I'm beginning to understand that we're all serving a purpose, and we're on an individual journey and playing an individual part, because we're individual energies and different representations of God, and each of us must go forth and let our light shine in our own way, because we are all of substance. Those of us who have a soul, who came down here with a light to emanate. Some people didn't come down here with no light. You know this song, This Little Light of Mine? Yeah, some people don't have a light. So they came down here to manipulate energies and to usurp the power and be succubus and incubus. You know, there's some people out here who are dead people. A lot of these people who are dying, you know, some people might not want to hear it, but that was meant to be. God has allowed it, because when he made us, he made excess to cover us, so that when they came for us, we would not be utterly destroyed. This shit been going on since Pilate, since so-called Jesus was here. And yes, it was a person who was a Christ. There's been many Christs. The truest story of that would be like, I guess, the Avatar, that you could probably get to grasp it much easier. The movie, the little cartoon Avatar, not the one with the blue people, the one with Aang, and he goes down the hall of his many like it's a big hallway that he goes down during his journeys, and it has the different representations and embodiments that he had came and reincarnated down on earth as, but they were all him. And in his last representation, he was a water bender, which is representative of the Christ, because the Christ is the the Pisces, it's the energy that's coming forth on the planet right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's emanating right now as we speak. The Christ consciousness is here, and the Christ is yet to be revealed. You know, it's a body of people. It's us. It's a golden race of people. It's us. So it's not wrong. It's just everyone's on a different path, a different sojourner, a different level of understanding. That's all it is. It's a different level of understanding. We must not condemn people when we don't know if that's what God ordained them to do. God ordained fools to be out here and be fools because they serve a purpose. It's somebody who's going to bear witness to that shit. We all have our own ministry. We have to stop taking it upon ourselves to let the ego speak for us, which is the devil. You know what I'm saying? Our lower nature. And go forth and tell another person, hey, this isn't your walk, this isn't your talk, you shouldn't do this or you should do that. Let the dead bury the dead. Let a fool be a fool. Let people do what they will do, because they are doing their works. They're doing their works. We might can't see it with these eyes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta look with this eye. They're doing their works. You know? And just like a person who might misrepresent me from the title of this video and they might not even listen to it. You know, you don't know. You can't judge a book by its cover. We're all serving our purpose. You know what I'm saying? God didn't make no mistakes. This is an imperfect world. You know what I mean? This is hell. And we're going to have some experiences that are hellish. We're going to see some things we may not agree with. But that comes with the balance. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see some bad so that you know what the good is. Don't dwell in it. Keep your head up. Stay focused, put the blinders on, and focus on your own journey. Focus on what it is that you're supposed to be doing, because we're in the final hour. We're in the final hour. We're in the final hour, and we're about to undergo the last task in the final battle. But it'll be over many days and weeks. So get ready. You know, this is your brother. I'm just here to keep it real. That might have been too real for you. But hey, buckle up, baby, because it's only just begun. It's not me doing this for me. I'm doing this for us, because I love us for real. Yeah. Peace. Be one, family.